all those people who are joining us online today. My name is Linda Toden. This is
I look up to everything you are. In my eyes you do no wrong. I've loved you for so long, and after all it's said and done, you're still you. After all, you're still you. You walk past me, I can feel your pain. Time changes everything, one truth always stays the same. You're still you. After all, you're still you. I look up to everything you are. In my eyes you do no wrong, and I believe in you, although you never asked me to. I will remember you and what life put you through. And in this cruel and lonely world, and I found one love. You're still
Adam, that was lovely. Thank you. Beautiful song and you did that beautifully. Thank you. Well, good morning and welcome to Unity Spiritual Center Windsor. And I want to do a special welcome for all of those that are joining us online and who will be watching us not only now, but be watching us later in our archived material. So welcome and thank you for being here. This week we had to take our two dogs, Jojo and Inga. They're two big rescue mutts that we have. We've had them for, a little over 3 years now. Yes, almost 4. We got them when they were a little less than 1 year old. They're a brother and sister. They're part Labrador and part Bulldog and part Pit. Jojo is 75 pounds, so they're not small dogs. So we did take them to the vet the other day, and I remembered that I had collected all of these vet signs that I had found particularly funny. So I thought I'd share a few with you. And so if you'll put up the first sign. So what happened when the cat swallowed a ball of yarn? He had mittens. This is from just veterinarians around. And then this one, it's a little hard to see. Cat puns freak me out. Seriously, I'm not kidding. And why are dogs bad dancers? Because they have 2 left feet. And dogs have owners and cats have staff. If any of you that have cats, you will understand that. And then our dog swallowed a bag of Scrabble tiles. The vet is checking him out. No word yet. Why does your cat sit on your laptop? Because she's helping you procrastinate. I dressed the dog as a cat for Halloween. Now he won't come home when I call him. If the earth was flat, cats would push everything off. Dogs prepare you for babies, and cats prepare you for teenagers. That, again, is yes, absolutely. And this is very much in my heart. I understand this one. Home is where the dog hair sticks to everything but the dog. And one more. Oh, nope, this is not the last one. If cats could text you back, they wouldn't. And then one more. Oh, yeah, what do you call a large dog that meditates? It's a werewolf. Hope you enjoyed those. I always enjoy a little bit of humor. Okay, so last week we spoke of homecoming, not as a destination, but as a return to the truth glimpsed in awakening, a return to the ground of being that was never absent, only overlooked. We came home to the stillness within us, to the Christ light that was never far, never lost, only forgotten in the noise. In unity, we affirm that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And we speak of the Christ within, not something that we must become, but something that we already are. Our true spiritual self. It's not a goal to reach, but a truth to remember. The spiritual path invites us to live from that remembrance, not as seekers searching for the light, but as those who carry the light. Today, that homecoming that we spoke about last week is expanded, not just inward, but outward, not just to the self, but to the earth. So this year, we have been journeying through our 12 powers, Unity's 12 powers. We've been exploring their spiritual depth and practical presence in our lives. Each month, we've woven these divine faculties into our Earthcare reflections. So, discovering that they invite us to care for this planet and all of its beings as sacred expressions of the One. So today we are looking at the power of understanding. And this is a good place to repeat our affirmation for this month. The light of divine wisdom is my guide, and I grow in understanding each day. Would you repeat that with me? The light of divine wisdom is my guide, and I grow in understanding each day. You know, in his book, Revealing Word, Charles Fillmore, could you put that slide up? Charles Fillmore wrote, there are 2 types of understanding. One is by following the guidance of spirit that dwells within, and the other is to go blindly ahead and learn by hard experience. Spiritual understanding is the ability of the mind to apprehend and realize the law of thought and relation of ideas one to another. So another way of saying this is the power of understanding is our ability to comprehend, interpret knowledge, and make cognitive connections. In today's slang, we might say that understanding means, I get it. Albert Einstein made an interesting quote. He said, any fool can know, the point is to understand. So this deeper understanding is isn't something we acquire. It's something that we awaken to. It arises as we align ourselves with the Christ presence within, as we align ourselves with that inner spiritual truth of who we are. It is not forced but revealed, not taught but remembered. Just as physical DNA carries the blueprint of our biological identity, the 12 powers can be seen as a blueprint for our spiritual nature. These powers, such as faith and love, wisdom, understanding, and the others, are not attributes we acquire through striving. They are innate, not earned. They're encoded into the essence of our being by the divine. So Charles Fillmore described them not as traits to develop, but as spiritual faculties already present in every soul, like sacred energies or living currents flowing through us. And when we awaken spiritually, it's not that we get these powers, it's that we remember they've been there all along. Like dormant genes, they activate through awareness, alignment, and surrender. We don't force love. We remember that we are love. We don't chase understanding. We rest in the presence where insight reveals itself. So just as the DNA expresses itself through the body, these spiritual faculties express themselves through our thoughts, our choices, and our relationships. Each one revealing the divine architecture of the Christ that is within us. And when we live from that spiritual center, the 12 powers don't just guide us, they radiate through us, shaping how we perceive, how we create, and how we care. So this awakening lies at the heart of Unity's Earthcare program. Born as a grassroots movement in Unity in 2001, Earthcare has grown into a vital force of sacred stewardship, now embraced by nearly 50 Unity congregations, including ours here at Unity Spiritual Center, Windsor. Our Earthcare team is co-led by Annette Dingmers and by Mariette Jones. And they continue to foster this sacred connection through education, collaboration, and community events right here in Windsor. And we have several Earthcare projects planned for the next few months. Could I have the next slide? Lessons in Truth was written by H. Emily Cady. It was the first book that was published by Unity. It was first published as a series of magazine articles in Unity magazine back in 1894 and 1895. And Emily Cady was really quite a fascinating lady. She was actually one of the first female doctors in the States. She was a doctor when that was very, very rare. She was also a spiritual teacher. And in the book, she says, until down in the depths of your being, you are conscious of your oneness with the eternal present, you will not have spiritual understanding. Until down in the depths of your being, you are conscious of your oneness with the eternal presence, you will not have spiritual understanding. So let us pause here in this sacred moment of remembering. Also in Lessons in Truth, she wrote, God is not a being with qualities, but is the good itself. This is more than a statement. It's a shift in perception. God is not distant or separate, nor merely watching from above. God is principle, the very essence of good, the life that animates all beings, that animates you, the love that breathes through all creation, God is not a being, God is being itself. Not just present in the silence, but in the soil. Not just alive in prayer, but pulsing in the ecosystems of the earth. Not just at work in healing hearts, but also in renewing our forests, in cleansing our rivers, in nurturing bees and birds and every sacred creature. So as we rest in understanding, our vision transforms. We begin to perceive the divine not only within us, but as us. And not only as us, but as of all life. Just take a breath. Let it be a homecoming to the spirit within and to the sacred earth that reflects it. Let the power of understanding guide us into deeper seeing, to recognize the holy in the hummingbird, the oak tree, the ocean tide. To know that we walk not on earth, but with earth, as kin, as spiritual beings among spiritual beings. Let this power of understanding guide us not only inward, but outward, to see the sacred in what we call the ordinary, to feel the presence in all beings, all elements, all life. So today we listen for that understanding, not in the noise of striving, but in the quiet presence of communion. We are not apart from the earth. We are not apart from the earth's web of life. We are woven into the web of life. And through understanding, we remember our place. So this oneness that we speak of today is not a new idea nor borrowed philosophy. It is the heart of unity. Our first principle affirms that there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. This truth, this fundamental unity of all existence has been spoken by mystics across cultures and across ages immemorable. We might think that think of this as spiritual poetry, but it is deeper. It is cosmic reality. This Chief Seattle slide, please. The next one. In a speech made in 1854, Chief Seattle, a prominent leader of the Duwamish and Suquamish tribes in the Pacific Northwest, declared, "The earth does not belong to man. Man belongs to the earth. All things are connected like the blood that unites us all. Man did not weave the web of life. He is merely a strand in it. Whatever he does to the web, he does to himself." Let that just sink in for a moment. Man did not weave the web of life. He is merely a strand in it. And whatever he does to the web, he does to himself. So what we do to the earth, we do to ourselves, not symbolically, but spiritually and biologically. From the mycelial networks beneath the forest floor to the stardust that's written into our bones, everything is connected. When I was preparing this talk, I remembered reading a book, Black Elk Speaks. I was probably, 10 or 11 years old. It was back in that time when I was reading all about the Indians, Buffalo Bill and Crazy Horse and Chief Sitting Bull, and I was just fascinated by Indians. And so I read Black Elk Speaks. And this was written by John Neihardt in 1932. And the book is a spiritual historical narrative based on interviews with black elk a Reverend Oglala Lakota holy man who fought in the battle of Little Bighorn and survived. He also survived the Wounded Knee massacre, if you're familiar with that. He eventually would tour Europe with Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. He would actually perform for Queen Victoria. And I mean, this book had a profound effect on me. Can I show here's the side, the sign. Next slide here. Yes, nope, not that one. Go back. Nope. There we go. All right. This was in Black Elk Speaks. He said, the first peace is that which comes within the souls of people when they realize their oneness with the universe and all of its powers, and that its center is really everywhere. It is within each of us. Sit for that just for a moment. You know, I found it fascinating a little bit later on when I ran across these words. Next slide. Written more than 5 centuries before the birth of Christ by the Greek philosopher and mystic Empedocles, who envisioned God as a circle whose center is everywhere and circumference nowhere. This is the sacred geometry of oneness. There is no outside of God because God is not somewhere else. God is the radiant presence expressing through all of life. So when we speak of Earthcare, we are not talking about activism alone. We are talking about alignment, remembering our place within the great whole. Indigenous animism and Unity's Earthcare principles affirm that all life is sacred, that the earth is not a possession, but a partner, that true spirituality expresses through relationship and responsibility. And I want to, not just belief, and let me repeat that. True spirituality expresses through relationship and responsibility, not just belief. To care for the earth is to care for the one presence expressing as the web of life. And when we forget our place within it, we not only damage creation, we lose sight of the divine imprint within ourselves. So how do we live this truth? We begin where we are. We bless what we touch. We listen with reverence to the wind and the waters and the wisdom within. So I want this coming week, to be a practice in relational spirituality. And what does I mean by that? All sorts of things. Compost something. Little steps. I've been composting for over, probably 40 years. It's something it just came naturally. It seemed like something natural to do. What? To take the food waste and make a compost pile and turn that into fertilizer for all of your plants. And I have a big compost drum going right now at my home. And we have some really pretty flowers at home because we have all of this compost. And it serves as fertilizer for the plants. Listen to the bird song. Feel connected to that because you are connected to that. Dave and I love to just sit out on the patio and listen to the birds. We feed them, so there's hundreds of them. And so they're making constant noise, constant song, constant chirping. It's good for the soul. Speak gently to a tree. I don't know about you, but I speak to my plants. And I speak to my trees. I let them know I have these 2 huge northern pines in my front yard, and they're just gorgeous, and I tell them so. And I have another huge oak on one side of the house, and I let it know that it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. I love the shade of that tree. Bless your water before you drink. Bless your food before you eat. Thank the earth with your footsteps. These are not small gestures. They are radical acts of remembrance. We do not care for the earth out of obligation. We do so as an expression of our spiritual nature. As we live in relationship, we find ourselves returned home to a presence that was always there. So I'm going to close this in a meditation, so I do invite you to prepare for that meditation by getting comfortable in your seat. So we'll just take a moment here to settle in your seat and just start by following your breath, being aware of it. And I want your body to feel like it's being held by the earth beneath you, because it is. You are being held close to the earth, by the earth. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so, and I invite you to bring your attention to your heart space. And I want you to imagine a soft glowing light there. Steady and warm and eternal. So we're sitting here feeling the warmth within our chest, feeling the light, envisioning that light growing and glowing in our very center. Feel its warmth within you. As you continue to visualize that light, the center of your heart, let that silent, glowing light, let it expand. As the light expands, your awareness expands. Gently outward. And as you feel that your awareness just flowing out into the areas around you, you feel the presence of the trees. Feel the presence of the lake. Feel the presence of the creatures in the sky. Feel your connection, because we are connected. The earth doesn't surround you. It includes you. You are not outside the web. You are a strand in it. And I want you to take Empedocles' image within you. A circle whose center is everywhere. And feel that center right here. Right here in you. You are that center. Feel that center in each breath. Feel that center in this moment. So I'm going to invite you to just rest now in the silence, just for a little while. Just rest in the knowing that the same presence that pulses in the stars is pulsing in you right now. So for just a little while, we'll sit here with open hearts, open minds, in the silence. The same presence that pulses in the stars, pulses in you. And when you care for the earth, you remember yourself. When you remember the earth, you return home. So we're sitting here in this remembering, in this sacred alignment. And sit here for just a few more breaths. A few deep breaths in and out. And as we bring this meditation to a close, let's speak out loud our July affirmation again. The light of divine wisdom is my guide, and I grow in understanding each day. One more time. The light of divine wisdom is my guide, and I grow in understanding each day. My friends, that wisdom, that guidance is within you. Everything that is holy is within each and every one of us. The wisdom that we need, the guidance that we need is there all the time. We just have to tap into it. And that's what we're doing. That's what we do when we get into our meditative state. We're tapping in to the truth of who we are. So bless you and thank you and namaste.
Thank you so much for that. A lot of remembering going on there. That was wonderful. I especially liked the quotes from the First Nations, Seattle, and
Chief Seattle and Black Elk.
Black Elk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very, very awesome. I really enjoy those books. I've got a book at home called Bury My Heart and Wounded Knee, and it was so fascinating. Yeah.
So I do want to thank Adam again for the beautiful music. Thank you so much for being our music director. And also I want to thank James McDonald over here who's doing our video right now. James, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
At this time, let's take to heart our vision, mission, and statement of being, which is shown on the screen.
So we have a global vision. Will you please speak it with me? Our vision is a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening.
And we have a sacred mission. Will you say that with me?
We inspire and empower spiritual growth to awaken us and transform the world. And we have a personal statement of being. Will you please say that with me? I am a dynamic center of the Christ light, mighty to unfold my good and radiate that good to all.
We have a few important announcements today. Remember, additional information about these and other classes and events can be found in our newsletter and on our Unity Spiritual Center Windsor website.
So our Unity volunteers, we thank you so much. And if you're not volunteering, we could always use some more in our bingo seminar team and our hospitality. So if any of you are not volunteering, we would love to talk to you.
In accordance with our Maryvale agreement, the lockbox code has been changed. Approved members who still require access must complete a new agreement form and submit it to Reverend David. Forms are available from Reverend David or Maria, our office administrator.
So I do have forms if anybody needs to fill out one. Okay, so this coming weekend, our day of sunshine and laughter with our family barbecue that is generously being hosted by Ken Hart. He's going to be providing all of the food, the hot dogs, vegan and non-vegan, hamburgers, and other catered fare. You're welcome to bring your own alcoholic drinks or a cold salad to share. But there's going to be all sorts of things going on, lots of fun things for all age groups. So bring the children. There's going to be a ring toss, frisbee, darts, and more. So look at the flyers that are out here in the front and also in the elevator and for more details. And Ken is right over here. He's here. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask
And just
Ken.
an additional note from Maria, because she's not able to be here today. Based on the parking and Wyandotte and Rossini being very busy, we'll only be able to park on one side of the road. So Maria was recommending if anyone would like to try and carpool, as we're expecting a lot of attendance. That way no one has to park on the north side of Rossini and Wyandotte. That way you're not crossing an area that there's no light. Worst case scenario, there is the no frills, literally a minute walk away if we did need overflow parking as well. So consider carpooling, or if you need to park at no frills, you could also do that as well.
Yeah, the carpooling is an excellent idea. And we do have a sign-up sheet because we would like to have sort of an idea about numbers. And so please sign up. And if you would like to carpool, maybe make a little note by your name. And we'll make sure that happens.
Come join us next Sunday, July 27th, for a divine conversation between Reverend David Old and Lou Weir. Their conversation will be on the truth of who we are, essence, awareness, and the sacred.
So Lou is a member of the Diamond Approach. A.H. Alamos is a spiritual teacher. I'm very familiar with him, and we are very much in alignment with the Diamond Approach, and so this should be a very interesting conversation. So I do invite you to come out. Also, just a reminder that on the first Sunday of the month we do have drumming, but in August we're not because Nelson's going to be out of town. So the August drumming circle is canceled, so we'll return to the drumming circle on the first Sunday of September. Also, just a reminder, Lucy over here is our prayer chaplain. Thank you so much for that service, for this service. We truly appreciate it, Lucy. And Lucy will be upstairs in the prayer room directly after the service, and we'll be delighted to pray with anyone looking to have someone to pray with.
All of our classes, programs, and services are made possible by your generous donations of your time, talent, and treasure. We are deeply grateful for all our volunteers and your financial support.
Anyway, donating is simple. You can visit on our website to explore the different ways to make your offerings. And we also have our love offering donation box right there as you come in. and you can drop a love offering in there. So again, for your prayers, for your time, your love, your presence, your service, and your support, we thank you.
We invite you now to please stand, and let's open our hearts and minds in gratitude as we close with the love offering blessing prayer, followed by a wonderful word and the prayer of protection. Divine love in me and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
I see trees of green, red roses too.
I see them bloom for me and for you.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people walking by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I'll watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Love surrounds us, and the love of the divine enfolds us,
We are love.
and the peace of love fills us,
We are peace.
and the power of love protects us,
We are power.
and the presence of love watches over us,
We are presence.
and wherever we are, love is.
All is divine.
My friends, you truly are. Thank you again for being here, and please join us upstairs for refreshments and some nice conversation. Thank you. Thank you, Linda.